I'm Derek Howard. I assume that you've probably read the first 2 or 3 paragraphs of this blog, in which I'm now going to continue on this video. It is at the point where we've left off, where John is actually making success, which I tend to differ from perhaps a more general view. The term has been used, inspirational. And when I look at the Oxford English Dictionary, it puts inspirational as breathtaking, divine influence, especially that which is thought to prompt the scriptures and poets. So I don't think we need to go that far. I also differ in that I've taken a different slant on his story. John was obviously a very successful and active member of a profession which largely has been responsible for a financial calamity spreading for the most part across the world. It is one in which they liken to the Great Depression of 1929, and it has certainly left tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of people in a very poor financial circumstances. I think, in fact, that John was very lucky. He was in his mid to late 20s, still a young man by most people's reckoning, and he had apparently his physical health. There will be many millions of people who are approaching or already retired when this calamity started to take place. Those people have seen their savings, which they've worked 30, 40, 50 years to put aside for their retirement, has been often wiped out or nearly so. Any retirement plan is worth perhaps 10% of that which was proposed just a few years ago. They really are in a bad state. John was able to go to Las Vegas, which I assume he probably had a car, or at least he had the means of paying for an air ticket. And at Las Vegas he was able to find a job. There are millions of people who, if you, for example, live in a small town, 12 houses and a pub, you're not going to find any work at all. And even if you move to the nearest big town, there's probably only 2,000 or 3,000 people, and again you won't find work, and certainly not of the type of just handing out leaflets. And I refer again to the people who have retired, or even older than that, and they will be probably physically diminished in terms of what they can do and what they can undertake. And even if they have their physical health, there's a very good chance that their spouse or partner is partly disabled, and they would find it difficult to leave the household in order to work for a full day. So that option is not open to them. On the other hand, I do take my hat off to John. I do acknowledge what he has done. What I will say for John is that he's taken the decision that he's going to dig himself out of the hole he was in, and then he's stuck by that. He doesn't seem to have had any experience in internet marketing or a great deal of experience with delving into some corners of the computer which others have had. But he's learnt all that he's needed to do, and he's done it almost entirely just with the Empower network system. And it is proof to so very many of us who are treading along the same path that the system, which is already in place, is one that does actually work. You only have to do what John's done, and that is to faithfully follow what they tell you to do. No more, no less. And you start to get results. A few of us, the more lucky ones I would think, have been invited to join the 10-10 formula, which is a private group which, with the help and direction from 3 great, very approachable, successful entrepreneurs, are using the Empower Network system, but are able to hopefully advance that much quicker through the whole process with the benefit of their help and direction. Indeed, very fortunate. And if you want to know anything more about Empower Network, and indeed about the 10-10 formula, then just look around this page on this blog site. One other thing that John does show to us all is that he is making some money now, and he is making a success of his new career. And in doing so, he's joining a group of entrepreneurs who are able to benefit themselves and, almost directly, their country. And so many people who are acknowledged as financial wizards and what have you, do say that for almost all countries it is true that it will be the small businessman and the entrepreneur who will bring back the economy to where it was before. It won't be governments and politicians acting on their own. It will only be people like you and I and others who are going to become successful in this, their chosen venture. I wish you all the best of luck and thank you for your time. Bye.